Hello everyone, welcome to the overdue anime collection video. Here we go, shall we? It looks very different to when I last showed it to you, but I hope you enjoy. So we're going to start off with the art boxes. Got stuff like that. Scrap Princess, that's the Australian art box. Infinite Revice, I might sell that art box once the Sentai re-release comes out. Yep. The Mongolian Chop Squad Amplified art box. And then we got the Gonzo trilogy, as I like to call it. Speedgrapher trilogy by Basilisk. The Cowboy Bebop set I still kept despite buying the Blu-ray. Got the Zipang out there in the dark. Kalucha. That one's Paranoia Agent. You can't really see it, unfortunately. Go Proxy's that one as well. Claymore. L7. Macross. Hybrid Renmei, it's a really beautiful set. I should do an unboxing of that one eventually. So I'm going to move back over here and we'll get into the Shonen collection. So we've got the One Piece collection that goes all the way up to season 5, plus the 2 movies that Funimation, well, 2 of the 3 movies they put out. We've got the JoJo imports. Got the Naruto collection, which looks really nice, but it takes up loads of space. So I might have to downgrade the first sets to the re-releases that are smaller, I don't know. Then with Shippuden in the movies. Bleach, complete set. Bleach seasons 1 through 5, then 7, 8 and 10, and then 11 to 16, and then 18, so no, not complete, but there are certainly volumes there, that's for sure, a lot of them. Digimon, which I might sell soon, because I didn't really like that show that much, I didn't really have the nostalgia for it, so. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Drive, V-Brain, which you've not seen yet in the pickups, but yeah, got that. Fish and All-Star, that's most of what's come out so far. Hunter x Hunter, Kenichi, Saint Seiya, and the movies, Toriko, FT Japan, and Zenki. Zenki's really cool, you should definitely track that down if you're a fan of silly shonen series, it's pretty good. Then I got my NIS collection, which I've been trying to obviously buy them all, as I've said many times, but never been able to catch up at any moment. Never have I had all of them that are currently out, so yeah, but these are the ones I have so far. Really awesome stuff, so many great shows that NIS put out, but they have not been exactly knocking it out of the park as much over the last year or so, but still some really cool stuff. These are my Anime Limited, as a UK company. These are the Ultimate Editions that I have that they've put out. So we've got this one, Giovanni's Island, doesn't have a logo on the spine. And we've got Gurren Lagann and Patama Inverted, which is the one they did on Kickstarter. It's a nice set. And we've got a small section. This is the virtual reality section, so anything that takes place inside a video game or inside some sort of virtual space. So we've got a Cell World, Denocoil, and Sword Art Online. Log Horizon will go there as well eventually. Now this is the fantasy section, stuff like Attack on Titan, Berserk, From the New World. And we've got the Fullmetal Alchemist tins, and we've got Brotherhood. Love this show, it's amazing. Gwyn Saga. And move down to the second shelf, just move Aaron out of the way. We've got Kyo Caramel, which I love. Moribito is amazing. Mushishi is pretty amazing. Moving across again. Nadia Secret Blue Water is pretty good as well. All the Slayers, those are the re-release Funimation sets I got, and then the movies and the OVAs. Spice and Wolf. And then stuff like 12 Kingdoms, really awesome show on Blu-ray. Looks really good on Blu-ray as well. Then we got my Ninja Samurai section. So stuff like Afro Samurai and Carried by the Wind and stuff like that. Ninja Scroll and the Blu-ray Steelbook, which looks beautiful. Those are the Rurouni Kenshin cigar box releases. They're pretty neat. Samurai Champloo. Sword of the Stranger. Sword for Truth is terrible. Terrible movie. Let's move my Kaiju Figma up here for a second. Hi Kaiji. Okay, this is the seinen, mature, gun show type section. Stuff like Bakano, Black Lagoon, Steelbooks, Cat's Eye, which I love, City Hunter, it's all of that. And we've got stuff like Golgo 13, which is awesome, Lupin section. Don't have all the Lupin stuff by any means, but stuff I got I like so far. Michiko and Hatchkin is an amazing show. Monster, absolutely awesome that I finally have all of that show on my shelf. Just put it back a little bit. And stuff like Sherlock Hound. I might get the Discotheque release since it has the Japanese on it as well. Although the English is the original, as far as I'm aware. Violence Jack. Welcome to Rabu's office. And then right down here at the bottom of this unit, I have Arcade Gamer Fubuki. So this is like the sports section. So Fighting Spirit, loves Fighting Spirit. And Initial D, I'm pretty fond of as well. But yeah, not too much stuff in the sports section. Sports anime obviously not that popular in America. Right, moving up. We got the Moe section. Then we got like a military steampunk section. It's the Last Exiles in there, which I adore. Love that series. Yeah, also got the Wind Rises and stuff, that's that. They got a random thing here, this is Star Ocean EX in the art box, didn't really know where else to put it. Focus, thank you. And then just a random bit, this is some random stuff, it's sort of video game related apart from that one, which is like something else entirely, but yeah. I really like Spirits Within, I don't know why people don't. Then nothing here, but then we also have like a very small Western section, and arguably one of them isn't even technically a Western. But yeah, El Cazador de la Braga, and Trigun, and then a companion cube, because everyone needs a companion cube in their life. They are our greatest friends and allies. Okay, moving on. We got Cardcaptor Sakura, this is the Magical Girl section. Thankfully small, as I said in the building collection video. Still, I like what's here for the most part. So yeah, Paramadoka Magica, whatever. Complete pretty much now. In fact, yeah, entirely complete. You'll see the last one in the update. That's Rebellion there. Sailor Moon, Wedding Peach, stuff like that. Then we've got the Taku Neat Culture collection. Mainly stuff like, the main thing here really is Genshin and Welcome to the NHK. Both amazing shows. The rest of it's sort of middling. We've got the Oromo stuff. Then we got the romance, shoujo, josei, all that sort of stuff in here. So we've got Angel Sanctuary, stuff Bigara HK, and then stuff Vows of Evil. I will talk in another video why I think that fits in this section. Some of you will probably disagree, but Honey and Clover, great show. Inuyasha is in here now. Still need the final act, part 1. Kimagure Orange Road. It's a cool series. All of Maison Ikoku, which is probably my pride and joy of this collection. Really lucky to have those. Midori Days, really fun series. Mysterious Girlfriend X, I really enjoyed, even though loads of other people don't because it's got a gross concept, but I really like that show. The Dark Cantabile, that's the Korean set. It has English dub on it, which is really good, but it's that's for the original series. The subsequent 2 seasons I think are going to be released by Siren Visual in Australia, which I'm really happy about because they're releasing the first series, and I hope they're going to pick up the 2nd series and 3rd series and put those out for those of us that really want them, because I loved Nadame Cantabile. I think it's a fantastic show. Princess Jellyfish is also fantastic. Ranma on Blu-ray, Rose of Versailles. Wallflower, loud but funny. The story is Sai and Koku. That's the end of the romance shoujo stuff. Then we move into comedy. So, Baka and Test, Cromartie High School, Detroit Metal City. Detroit Metal City also works in some aspects. And we've got Fully Curry, which I love. Good Luck Girl, which is a pretty good series. The Goku-san, which is also like Great Teacher Onizuka. Speaking of which, Great Teacher Onizuka. Only the first half of the first series of Italia. I need to stop moving on. Melancholy of Haruhi in the Blu-ray box on Japan. Kami-san and the Seven Companions is really good. The narrator in English is hilarious. Sergeant Frog, School Rumble, Watamote is there. And that's the siren visual release of Ferme Rome, which Discotheque has now put out in America as well, but I picked up their version first. And then here, let's sit down. This is the superhero, superpowers, like Super Sentai type section, basically. So not quite supernatural horror stuff, but anything else. I sort of explained it in my last video, but yeah, it's got Birdie the Mighty, Kashan. We got the Australian release of Battle of the Planets, which I don't know if I'm going to keep, but I do really love the way those sets look. Each one based on each of the characters' costume designs. And yeah, that's the complete 60-something episode run, probably 64, of Battle of the Planets. Then we've got the Gatchaman Blu-ray, which is the original Japanese version of the series, on Blu-ray or whatever. Gaiva K, which I just finished, I'm sort of underwhelmed with, unfortunately. Monogatari series, Sabaka and Nisei. Night Raid 1931, which I really enjoyed. Underrated show. A lot of people don't like it, but I really loved it. Read or Die. Let's try and get the reflection off this bit. That's Sadimitsu the Destroyer, Shinesman, The Skull Man, Soul Eater, Deacon Pinkry, and Tawana no Kwan. And down here we've got Tokyo Babylon XX, the TV series, and Zammed and Zetman. And here we got a small section which is more like, some of this is fantasy based. It's more like family drama type series and movies. This is where a lot of the Ghibli movies are that I do own. We've got Angel Beats, Anohana, Grave of the Fireflies, House Moving Castle. There's I mean, some of these are arguably fantasy, but I feel like they kind of fit better here. That's Saritama, Wolf Children. So just a small section of that. And we got the ecchi harem section. I have slightly more than this than I care to admit, but we're going to show it anyway. Some of these will be being sold after I watch them, unless I end up liking them, but I want this collection to be smaller than it is. Some of this stuff I bought mainly because it was cheap, and I'm being totally honest there. Like the ones, obviously there will be ones I will keep, so I'm not against this stuff necessarily. It's just not my favourite thing. Like stuff like Haganai I really enjoyed. High School DxD I also really like. Is This a Zombie I also like as well. So, but stuff like Rosario Vampire I'll probably get rid of. Sekirei I have a small fondness for, thanks to one of the characters being hilarious in their speech patterns. Yeah, but that's the ecchi harem section. Let's move up onto the last unit. Okay, so we've got the mecha section. So Aquarion. Those are the two shows that Media Blasters put out in the original Japanese. They're the original shows that Voltron was made from. So we've got Dairuga and Beast King Go Lion. Kogias I'll replace with Blu-rays at some point. Maybe. Well, I would definitely buy Blu-rays for Kogias, but probably standard versions rather than any special version, because I didn't really like that show that much, but I like it enough to keep it. Eureka 7, one of the best shows ever. Highly recommended. That's my Sasuraiga figure. That's Mospida Gunbuster for arcade. My Evangelion stuff. As you can see, I ended up getting the holiday edition of Evangelion, which has the complete Platinum Edition TV series in it. Then we got Patlabor, which I love. Razafon, that's the import from Japan. First half of Star Driver, the second half is in the post as we speak. Unfortunately, it got lost. The second part it ended up in Spain somewhere, and they had to send me another one. Don't know why I went to Spain, but anyway, this is the Mega Tokyo stuff. So we've got Mad Lax, 80 Police, Bubblegum Crisis, and Parasite Dolls. Then we move into the sci-fi section, and this is where I have a problem in terms of like shadows and stuff. So I'll try and get out of the way as much as I can, but the light source is like directly behind me. Anyway, so yeah. That's the Akira Blu-ray Steelbook we've got in the UK, it's beautiful. Moving along, that's the Cowboy Bebop Amazon Limited Edition. That's the first shelf. And then the second one. Kurogane Communication, highly underrated. If I wanted to start doing like a review, like recommendation series, that one will be in it. Highly recommended. I was really surprised about how much I love that series. Psycho Pass. Can't wait to own the rest of that, season 2 and the movie. Royal Space Force Wings of Oni Armies. That's the Anime Limited UK release. I'll be showing off soon in an unboxing, more than likely. Silent Mobius, Steins Gate. There's a Kabe Figma in the way. Time of Eve. That's the original OVA and the movie, and Titania. And now we move on to the. Let me catch my breath. The Masamune Shiro collection. There's these shadows all over the place, but yeah, that's Black Magic M66. These ones are in chronological order of when he wrote the original mangas, but these are all adapted from. So, Black Magic, excuse me, Appleseed, that's all that, and then Dominion Tank Police, and then the single Ghost in the Shell thing I have in my collection at the moment. And then that's the You Saw Before by Leiji Matsumoto section, which I adore. Love this selection so much. It's got the Space Battleship Yamato stuff. Obviously this is the English version, Star Blazers. There is no Japanese with English subtitles release of the original series, unfortunately. But yeah, then we've got all the Leijiverse stuff that has been released in English, as well as my special Leiji Matsumoto drawing characters from the Leijiverse live in the flesh, which is a really cool DVD. There's also a certain Blu-ray Steelbook of Harlock there that I haven't showed yet. And finally, the bottom shelf. Please camera, the battery thing is flashing, so let's get to it. Do not want it to end before the video's over. Okay, this is the horror and supernatural section. It's the final section. It takes up 3 and a bit shelves, or 2 and a bit shelves, sorry. Here we go. Biohunter, Blood Plus, which is awesome. Stuff like Dark and Black. Death Note, which is also really cool. I wish the ending was different. It would be one of my favourite series if it was. But yeah, I can't really talk about it without spoiling stuff. But Garden of Sinners, Future Diary is pretty cool. Garo Zero is also cool. Go Sweeper Makame, Hellsing Ultimate. I plan to get the last part of that soon, so I can finally watch it. Psychic Detective Yakumo, highly recommended. Just go out and see that. Shiki also. Can't believe that went to the Save Edition line from Funimation. Shiki is one of the most awesome shows out there. I love that show. And right at the bottom, we've got one bootleg in my collection. The original Vampire Hunter D. This is a bootleg version, but I was gonna get the DVD eventually. But now that Siren and Sentai Filmworks are putting it out on Blu-ray, I don't really see the point in tracking down the DVD, obviously. So I'll buy the Blu-ray when that comes out. Vampire Princess Miyu, Venus vs. Virus, and Yozakura Quartet. And that is everything. That is a complete anime collection. Ugh. I don't know if the camera will last for me to say this, but yeah, thanks for watching. I really love the way this is set out now. Kind of annoyed it does take up as much space as it does. I might be downgrading the odd set, selling off a few more sets here that I'm not so fussed on, like stuff down here and just maybe the odd thing everywhere else. But I plan to do a second set of videos eventually where we'll take a closer look at each section, and I'll talk more, I'll give myself more time to talk about each show, at least the ones I've watched, and give you a further, more in-depth opinion on it. But this is just the overview video. I don't know when those in-depth videos will start, but they will do eventually. So yeah, that's the collection video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too boring, but yeah, I'm in Blaze. Thanks for watching, and anime pickups videos due soon. I'll see you then. Ciao.